Hi, this is Ryan Claytor, showing you my art show. Thought I'd just show you guys around real quick. Little window display. Let me see if I can back up here and not throw myself in the street. Anyway, this is the night after the opening, and I thought I'd walk you guys around while it was a little calmer so you didn't have to deal with the pandemonium. Here's a survey real quick of the entire place. Let's walk you around real quick. There's Heather hiding. Hi, Heather. Thank you for giving me the space. That was awesome. That was the owner of the place. Here is my comic book quilt that is still in production. It's a story about my grandmother and I growing up and kind of her progression through old age. Here's some original artwork which is featured in this print that you may have seen about my dad and I. Oops, bong. And some other prints. And here's the original artwork for the flyer that you may have seen for the show. And I'm silent auctioning these off for charity. It's all the money that's raised is going to go to the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. So if you want to get in on this, let me know before December 14th. That's when the show is up until. The back side of the postcard is also available, and you can bid on that as well. Let's see here. We've got some unpublished sketchbook pages up along the top side of the wall. This one right here is a proposal comic I did for a buddy of mine. And it worked. This is another unpublished story about my brother and I growing up, and me pestering the heck out of him and him spitting on my hide. Oh, here's a piece that I did specifically for the show. It's a largest scale piece I've done to date. That's made specifically for this location. It's going to stay up after the show, so you can come check this out anytime, even after the show ends on December 14th. And this is the original artwork from that door piece. It's called Not From Around These Parts. And then starting from here onward, we start seeing a lot of original artwork from the first 4 and then 1 days. They kind of string around the wall here and end with a culmination of the printed books over there. So let's just walk real quick through here. Oh, check that out. How sweet is that? Big old vinyl logo. Shibada. Oh, here we go. Here's some original sketchbooks. And the pages from here are the original pages from And Then One Day number 5. This is, oh, there's some unpublished stuff in here too. But wanted people to be able to look through here. But you might recognize these pages from my most recent book, which is the sketchbook version, And Then One Day number 5. Oops. And it took a couple of sketchbooks to fill up that book, so they're both here to peep. This is a handmade book that I made about a very good friend of mine who passed away shortly before I moved to San Diego. His name was Bobby. And the cover is actually an old t-shirt of his. You can see, maybe you can see, the front is embossed with his name, and he had this very trademark broken pinky, so that's what that was all about. And if you can see behind here, there's kind of a letter that I wrote to him that I wanted obscured. I really didn't want people reading it, because it's really to him. And this book has a lot of different little envelopes that you can open up and then take out the various letters inside them, written to Bobby after he died from lots of different people. So the entire thing is handmade. They've kind of got little quotes from the letters themselves stringing across the pages. And these pictures, like this one is the desert. Bobby loved to go out to the desert. He was a very, very different, unique, positive, loving guy. And so I tried to get different images of him, places he liked to go, and kind of pay tribute to him with this book. So that one's called Bobby. And this is another handmade book that I did called Overture. It was made for a bookmaking class, and it's kind of about my introduction to comic books. And it's done with watercolor, pencil, and ink. Let me walk you through here real quick. So, I hope you can see this. That's my brother and his friend, Will, and me asking if I can play Nintendo. He doesn't like that very much. And here's my brother asking if Will can spend the night. And they do, and the next morning I finally have a chance to play. Will wakes up, and prior to my brother awakening, he is quite nice, shares with me comic books, and kind of sparks my love of the medium. And then my brother wakes up, and Will turns into my brother's friend instead of befriending me, and that's kind of the end. So the entire thing is handmade, like I said, watercolor, pencil, and ink. Alright, so the original art pages keep stringing along the wall here. Had a few of them sold on the night of the opening, which was last night. And here's a couple more books. This is Rock and Soul, which is a 24-hour comic that I did on the first 24-hour Comics Day, which was in 2004. And I submitted my story along with hundreds of other folks around the world, and got selected as one of the best stories from the day, and published in 24-hour Comics Day Highlights 2004. And the original artwork continues and leads you into the original printings of And Then One Day. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which are all sold out, but I'm reprinting them. They should be available in early 2007, so stay tuned for that. This is And Then One Day number 5, the latest book. And if you look right above it, you can see the original artwork from the cover, and there's the spine print, and one of the interior pages as well. So that's it. Thanks for sticking around for a couple minutes here and listening to me yammer on about my show. It'll be up until December 14th if you want to come check it out, 2006, and I'll catch you later. Bye.